see him making his move, but his show is over.
It is a Football Friday here, 2 Live Students Radio Network. It's your boy Jeff Fox, once again holding it down, man. And we got the big game this weekend. And like I told you, man, we got a lot of celebrity prognosticators coming on the show today. What we will do right now, go to the Real Man Block guest line and speak with one of them. A hip-hop icon is my man Christopher Kid Reed from KidnPlay. What it do, homie?
What's good, brah? If my voice sounds a little funny, it's because it's frozen, okay? My mouth is frozen, okay? So,
how cold is it, man? I'm hearing it's like 2 degrees.
Dude, it was like the last couple of nights, it was like -6, and then it's snowing, but you know, people still out here, man. You know what I'm saying? We was out last night at the W, and they was getting it in, man.
Oh, so, I know it's lit up there in Minnesota, man.
Yeah. No, it's been cool, and I'll say one thing about this area, and I guess maybe because some of these places have been waiting for a Super Bowl for so long, like the people up here are super nice, like wow. Too nice. You know, I'm originally from New York, so when people are that nice, you get suspicious. That's how nice they are. You know what I mean? But they treating us real well.
No doubt. I know we're gonna get to the game in a second, but we had some I'm gonna talk to you about some hoops, man, because most folks may not realize it, but you're not just a hip hop icon, man. You know your sports. We've had a relationship over the years, and you know your sports. So I will ask you this: I'm a bit
of a sports nerd.
We all are. So, word on the street is that there's a possibility that LeBron James, if the Golden State Warriors can create enough cap space, would consider having a conversation with them. What does that do to his legacy?
You know, I'm a huge LeBron fan, first of all, full disclosure.
Right.
And I mean, first of all, I tend to doubt that would happen. I think it's just, sometimes just kind of just some fodder for folks to kind of talk about.
Right.
Because I always felt like he had that kind of personality, was like, I'm not going to join up with you. I'm going, you know what I mean? I'm going to try to defeat you, to the best of my ability and with the squad I'm putting together. So, just conceptually, I find it a little doubtful. But I mean, but if they ever could pull it off, that would be frightening. You know what I'm saying? Do we even have to play? Do we have to play anymore? Can we just give them the trophy on opening night? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I would tend to doubt that, and I think, look, I think he's my sense is that he wants to beat them. I don't think he wants to join them.
Yeah, that's the way Michael Jordan and Isaiah Thomas, who's going to be on the show today as well, and a lot of the old school guys did it. But the listeners of the show here, they keep telling me that I'm old and I'm out of touch, and this ain't your daddy's NBA anymore. But doesn't that detract away from the whole idea of competition?
I would tend to think so. You know what I mean? I mean, just from a personal standpoint, trying to ascribe it to maybe the hip hop game and the hip hop era that I grew up in.
Right.
It was always, there was always competition. And that's kind of what we grew up with, particularly back in our days when there was a lot of East-West Coast stuff going on. But I think in today's rap game, I don't see that kind of beef. I certainly don't see East-West stuff. I see rappers collaborating on everything. So it's almost similar to what's happening in basketball today. These players are tight, man. They've been playing with each other since they was young, playing AAU. They you know what I mean? You see the relationship they have with one another, so they don't mind going from team to team. They dapping each other up and they kicking it before and after the game. So you're right. Maybe we are. Maybe we're from a bygone era. You know what I'm saying? Because I like I said, I see a similar situation kind of happening in hip hop, and I don't know if that's a bad thing.
Right.
But it's just different. It's just different.
Yeah, no doubt. We're talking to Christopher Kid Reed. Follow him on Twitter at Kid from KidnPlay. And we always ask you about your thoughts on hip hop. What are you listening to right now? I mean, what are you bumping?
I'm killing the Migos. I'm killing Culture 2. That's all I've been listening to since it came out.
Right.
Yeah, I really like those guys, man. They're unique. They're funny. Just from a, I guess a lot of people would say that, Play and I were, kind of a humorous kind of duo. So when I hear, the funny cleverness and the slang that they've created, I really appreciate it. And so that's what I've been listening to. I got that Culture too, and that new Drake. I've been bumping that too.
Yeah. My kids are always on that Migos stuff, and they're like, "Daddy, you just old." Because I'm trying to get into Migos, man.
I know you're trying to lean over in the car and throw on some Chubb Rock or some KidnPlay.
Exactly. Now I do like those New York cats. ASAP Rocky, is he from up there?
Yeah. He from Harlem.
Yeah,
he from Harlem. Yeah. I mean, look, that's the thing too, and particularly as a kind of as an OG rapper. I'm not one of them OGs that say, "Oh man, mumble rap and these kids don't know what they're doing." You know what? I'm a hip hop lover, and I understand that there's different eras. And I don't, like I said, I like with basketball. I don't know if it's better or worse. It's just different. And these youngsters, like the Drakes and the J. Coles or whatever, they seek us out. And they show us love. They've always shown me and Play love. We appreciate that. The 2 Chainz of the world and the Young Thugs and stuff like that. And what I try to impart to them is, hey, man, our legacy as Kid and Play is pretty much, solidified. We're up on that wall somewhere. Y'all got the football now.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with it? Are you going to be able to tour 20, 25, 30 years from now like we are? You're going to have to make your mark, and it's your opportunity. You have the football now.
Yeah.
If I can use a Super Bowl analogy, you got the football now. What are you going to do with it? You going to score, or you going to fumble it at the one? What you going to do?
No doubt. Speaking of touring, man, we down here in Miami get to welcome you guys for Jazz in the Gardens. We've been talking about it all year. Big event. We can't wait for you guys to come down. We're going to have to take out.
I did not know this was that big, bro.
Oh,
my homeboy Melvin Bratton was telling me about it yesterday. He said, oh, man, Jazz in the Gardens. Oh, man.
What? This is mega, my friend. This is mega.
He says it gets lit. He says it gets litty.
Yeah, we've had New Edition down here. We've had LL Cool J, jazz artists. Anita Baker's going to be here. Smokey Robinson.
Yeah. Salt and Pepper.
Yeah, Salt and Pepper.
Biz Markie and Trick Daddy Dollars.
And I'm telling you, man, so they're going to take it back to that 90s segment. And I'm pretty sure you're looking to your trip to the 305, bro.
Oh, no. We're going to, as a matter of fact, I'm coming in. Like I said, my homeboy Melvin Bratton, he got the whole schedule planned out, so I'm going to come a little bit earlier and I'm going to leave a little bit later,
Right, yeah. No doubt, man.
You can't just dip out on the 305, man. You know what's up.
Nah, there's a lot to do down here, man. I'm sure you're going to run into Uncle Luke and a lot of old familiar friends down here.
Hey, is the Rolex still open, man?
It's still open. It's called the Lex now. The Lex. There's the King of Diamonds. There's Foxy Lady. Yeah, baby. So
I just broke up with my girlfriend. Okay.
So
I'm gonna break up with her that weekend.
We're talking to Kid from Kid and Play, man. The Jeff Fox Show. I saw a picture of you with Ed Too Tall Jones, man. He still looks good.
Oh man, he looked like he could wrestle a buffalo, and and the buffalo would have no shot. Okay.
Wow.
But the thing about Ed is, first of all, I'm trying to think back to the time when he played. I'm like, what 4 guys blocked him? What? He looked like, you know what I mean? Which 4 guys did you pick to try to block this man? But the best thing about Ed is, first of all, very, very, very super duper smart.
Right.
He's one of those guys that in his post athletic career has done very, very well for himself. So you know what I mean? He ain't like one of them OGs that's struggling, or you know what I mean, or walking around with CTE or anything like that. Like, he's taking care of himself, financially, professionally, mentally, and physically. And for somebody that looks so big and rough and tough, man, this dude is he's just a beautiful person, man. Just highly intelligent and thoughtful. And to me, it was the first time I had met him. We had dinner the other night at the Hilton, and it was just a pleasure, man. We were sitting around talking about a lot of stuff, not even and probably the least of which was football. So he's a classic car collector and enthusiast. So he knows all about that stuff as well. So we just had some great conversation, and hung out, took a bunch of pictures and stuff. My man Larry Centers, NFL great, was there as well. And kicking it with Andre Reed last night, Melvin Gordon. That's one of the reasons why we like to come here during Super Bowl week, even if we got to brave the cold, because you just kind of get to meet each other, and you know how it goes, man. The sports and athletic world and the entertainment world are so kind of closely intertwined. It's all entertainment.
Right.
They're entertainers just like we are, and we kind of have a mutual respect for one another, and want each other to kind of win. So we're excited to meet them, and they seem like they're excited to meet us as well.
Absolutely, man. Athletes and entertainers have always had that great relationship. That's why I think Ice Cube's Big Three League eventually will allow not only NBA players but other celebrities and some of these cats can play ball. Get 2 Chainz in there. Yeah.
Get R. Kelly in there. Just keep them away from the cheerleaders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real, dog, for real. Let's talk about the game, man. You got a horse in this race? Because I'm pulling against the Patriots, man. I don't want to see another one.
My friend had a joke. My friend Billy G. Washington, he had a joke about the kind of related to the Cowboys, but I can relate it to the Patriots. Like, I don't care who the Patriots are playing, I want the other team to win, right?
Yeah.
I don't care if the Patriots played the Ku Klux Klan.
Right. Okay,
I would want that other team to win. All right. So yeah, that naturally, you know what? Philly, Boston, that New York area. Look, Philly's had a great season. They've gotten far even after losing an MVP caliber quarterback. I got a feeling, and I'm not a real betting dude, but I got a feeling they can pull it off.
Wow.
I really do. They kind of have that defensive situation similar to when my Giants beat the Patriots those 2 times. They were able to get pressure on the quarterback, just rushing 4.
Right.
And I think if they can do that and maybe, stay close, stay close early,
mm-hmm.
and then don't run out of gas like the Jaguars did. Jaguars had that game.
Yeah, they did, man.
The Jaguars had that game, and they just ran out of gas, man.
Wow.
And little by little, they kept. If you know how it goes with the Patriots. When you got it up on them, you got to keep your foot on their neck, man. You
Absolutely.
They're like vampires. You got to put the stake in their heart and rub them with garlic and all that stuff, man.
You can't give them a chance, man. And listen, as much as I despise the Patriots, I do respect them, and I respect Tom Brady's competitiveness. I just think they kind of slurp on him a little bit too much. Now they're saying he could be a better athlete than Michael Jordan.
I mean, come on now.
Come on,
look,
bro.
I smoke a lot, but I don't want that. I don't want what they smoking if they thinking that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, look, they created this winning tradition, this winning system, no doubt. But I think. Look, sometimes people can get tired of it. Sometimes people was tired of the Bulls winning all the time. They was tired of the Yankees winning all the time.
Yep.
But I think it's great for the game in terms of you either love the Patriots or you hate the Patriots, but you're going to watch. And I think that the NFL is I think they're always pleased when the Patriots make it this far.
No doubt. 2 Live Stews Radio Network, the Jeff Fox Show. We're talking with Christopher Kid Reed from KidnPlay. And, Kid, what rules would you like to see change in the NFL? Since you're up there, I know Roger Goodell is up there. What the hell is a catch anymore?
Exactly. That's the one. That's the main thing I think that they got to get straight or just kind of rein it back in a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it's getting a little. It's too much minutia. It's too much detail.
Right.
What do your eyes tell you? Did he catch that ball? You know what I mean? What all this they've minutiated it out so that you're thinking too much now. You know what I mean? So I think they need to probably dial that back a little bit. And some great catches. That Dez Bryant catch from a few years ago.
Yep.
That was a catch.
Yep.
That was a catch. Plain and simple. And Calvin Johnson catch. That was a catch. So I'd love for them to do that. And I'm like, I'm leery. I know that the NFL just struck this deal with some current players and former players, like to try to put some money in the hood and whatever like that. Let's see what comes out of that, because the NFL, in my opinion, did not acquit themselves very well in terms of how they dealt with Kaepernick and the whole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's see if we can all kind of recover from that. Just have the relationship between the players and the owners try to improve.
Absolutely, man.
Stop treating them like property.
Right.
They're not property. They're men.
That's a whole nother conversation,
that's
bro.
That's a whole nother right? We'll do that before the next year starts.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I tried at the beginning of the season to boycott the NFL because I was just like PO'd, man. I'm like, as much as I love my Oakland Raiders, I'm not watching a game this year because I was offended, you know, by the way they treated Colin Kaepernick. But I relented because of the listeners of the show. But I still feel a certain kind of way deep in my heart, kid, because I saw some of the worst quarterback play in this league in years.
Oh my goodness, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and as time moves on and we get into next season, you're gonna see more. You're gonna see a whole lot more quarterbacks that he's better than.
Right.
And they can mess with that all they want and try to do it about his skills. It's about we know what it's about. So stop using that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Stop insulting our intelligence. It's as plain as the nose on your face. We know what's going down.
No doubt. I know you're about to go bump that Migos and get some kitten cookies.
Yeah. I got my vape pen. Come on.
Hey, man, we appreciate you, man. Look forward to seeing you in Miami for Jazz in the Gardens. We're going to hang out, man. We're going to go to a couple of strip clubs. We're going to do what big boys do, man.
That's what's up. Yeah, maybe, you know what I'm saying? We'll be down there. I'll be down there with Play. Maybe we get Play to come on down to the studio, man, and hang out with y'all, man, and nice it up.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, kid, from KidnPlay,
That's
man.
What's up? 305. Let's go.
All right.
All right.
One love, homie.
Thanks a lot, boss. Appreciate it.
The most popular restaurant chain in the Bahamas is now in South Florida on 18450 Northwest 2nd Ave, Miami Gardens. Bamboo Shack. We invite you to taste the flavors of the island. Seafood dishes, cracked conch, shrimp and fish, chicken snacks fried to perfection, baked mac and cheese, conch critters, and more. Follow Bamboo Shack US on social media. Taste the flavors of the islands at Bamboo Shack Restaurant, Miami Gardens. Bamboo Shack, always delicious, always.